Good morning, Mom. Good morning, everyone. I am Disime Manligas from Group 10, and our topic for today is about environmental management. So, imagine you came home after a long day, and your house is a total mess. Every corner sa inyong balay is katag and have a very bad smell. Unsa man imong ma-feel nga ingana imong surroundings? Maybe maka-feel mo og disgusted, di ba? Or even uncomfortable kay walay clean space to sit or to sleep. Now, let's think about this. Earth is our home too. But right now, kung makakita ta sa atong palibot, ang mga sagbot nagkatag bisag asa, mga basura, the air and water are polluted, animals are losing their homes nowadays. So, if we clean our house to keep us safe and healthy, what about our bigger home, the earth? Instead of taking care of the environment, people nowadays are cutting down too many trees, wasting so much water and electricity that leads to bigger problem. As we discuss about this topic, think about your role in keeping the earth clean. We often heard nga ang mga big companies and businesses ang kasagaran hinungdan sa pollution or sa environmental destruction. Kay nga naman, tungod kay sa corporate sa ilahang business, is it only their fault? Or do we individuals, mga students, that also have a responsibility to take care of the environment? That's why we have environmental management. What is environmental management? Environmental management is a process of observing, monitoring, reporting, executing, and evaluating environmental policies for a business organization. So, it is a process of taking care of nature while still using its natural resources. It means finding ways to reduce pollution that can damage the environment. So for example, if you have a small business like a bakery shop, so if na mo business, all you think, diba, is how to make money and to grow a business. But what if, while earning money, your business is harming the environment? So do you think that ang mga tao is mosuporta gihapon sa imong business knowing that it can harm the environment? Probably not, diba? That's why business nowadays need to think how to earn money while also protecting the environment. Sa case nga bakery shop, you can protect the environment by switching to paper packaging instead of plastic. So in that small but important way, it can help the environment to preserve. So, kay mga ABM student panjud ta, predicted na nga kinahan ta mag-business. So, if ever magplano mo nga mag-business, ask yourself first, ani nga question, how can I grow a business while protecting the environment? Because in today's world, success isn't just measured by profits. It's also making a positive impact into the world. So now, let's proceed to the next topic, which is the sustainable development. Sustainable development is the balance between economic growth and environmental protection. It includes the idea that business should meet the present needs of societies without compromising the future's generations' quality of life. So, example, na ako pangutana, have you ever borrowed something from someone? Like libro. Inagkahuman mo o gamit, unsa man imong buhaton? Yes, you'll return it in a good condition, di ba? Likewise, we're just borrowing the Earth's resources, like clean air, water, and trees. So we must use this wisely now so that the next generation can enjoy these resources too. Sustainable development is about fairness. It is about being fair to the people in the future. So, if we cut down trees in the forest for a purpose, we should plant new ones and every tree we cut for a purpose too. In that way, we meet our needs today while also making sure that there are enough trees for tomorrow. That's sustainable development, making sure that everyone gets a fair chance to enjoy life. Remember, sustainable development is about taking care of today and tomorrow.
For the next topic, we have 4 environmental indicators, namely air, water, climate, and wildlife and habitat.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ma'am Salve. I am Mighala Alegos of Group 10, and my topic is all about the environmental indicator. There are 3 types of environmental indicator. First is the air indicators. Measure the quality of air and air pollutants emissions such as sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, ammonia, volatile organic compounds, and carbon monoxide, and other harmful substances. Air pollution is an environmental issue that refers to contaminated and low-quality air in an area. Air is related to business in many ways, depending on the industry. Here are some reasons. First is quality of product and services. For businesses related to food, beverage, or healthcare, clean air is essential to maintaining product quality and safety. Second is the employee and customer health. Good air quality in office, stores boosts employee productivity and provides a better experience. Third one is regulation and compliance. Many businesses, especially factories and industry, must follow air pollution laws to avoid fines or shutdowns. The second environmental indicators is the water. Water indicators are presented as a variable to measure water quantity and quality, pressures and water quality, and regional ecosystem. Aside from air, water pollution is also one of the major problems in the environmental. Water is also connected to businesses because it is an essential resource for various industries. Here are some reasons why water is important to business. First is the production and operation. Many businesses such as the factories, agriculture, and restaurants rely on water for their operation. For example, food processing company need clean water for cooking and washing product. Second is the product and service quality. Businesses related to food, beverage, and healthcare must ensure that the water is clean and safe to maintain the quality of their product. For example, sa coffee shop, mag-need sila og limpyo nga tubig para sa ilang coffee nga itimpla para sa mga customer nga namalit. Another environmental indicator is the climate. Part of the climate indicators is the climate change. Greenhouse gas emissions, precipitation change, sea ice level, and show cover status. Climate has a direct impact of a business because it affects operation, supply chain, and overall company profits. Climate change such as storm, extreme heat, floods, or drought can cause major disruption in production, transportation, and customer demand for product or services. For example is kusog nga bagyo or pagbaha nga mahimong magsira sa mga tindahan, pabrika or opisina nga nagresulta sa pagkawala og kita sa isa ka negosyo. That's all, and thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Leah Jane I. Lapineg. I'm going to discuss all about wildlife and habitat. So, wildlife and habitat indicators examined biodiversity, habitat, ecosystem health, and biological resources. It is also measures species index to status with species, population, trends, or wildlife, trends, conserved areas, the ecological integrity of national parks and aquatic management. So, unsa mo dyan ni ang wildlife habitat? So, ang wildlife habitat, kay mo ni siya ang nag-provide sa food, water, shelter, o kanang space for animals. So, ang example ani is tropical rainforest. grassland o wetlands. So next is Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable development is a mission that needs the cooperation of the whole world to protect and sustain the quality of the environment that suffice to needs to present and future generations. So kani siya ang Sustainable Development Goals kay mo ni siya ang mission nga nanginahanglan og cooperation sa tibuok kalibutan og mag-protect og mag-sustain sa quality sa environment para ma-suffice nato ang atong mga presence of the future kanang kinahanglan nga mula. So one of the example the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs in action the renewable energy project under the SDG affordable and clean energy. For instance, countries around the world are investigating in solar wind energy to reduce dependence on fossil fuels.
Hi everyone, good morning. Good morning, Ma'am Salvi. I am Aisal Molina. So today my topic is all about environmental management practices. So when we say environment, what comes into your mind if maka-think or maka-read or maka-hear mo environmental management? Diba? Isa man inyong mahunahunaan? Anyone? Enemy? Okay, para sa ko, environment like kalikasan ato ang palibot na management gunsa na to pag-manage. So muna itong topic. So what is environmental management practices in business? Unsa man yun siya para sa business maka-help ba ni? Kini ay ang environmental management practices mo ni mga strategies or mga actions para ang company maka-help sa environment para ma-reduce ang mga waste sa ato ang palibot. So mo ni mga pasabot. So there are some of the conventional approaches are the following. First is life cycle analysis. So when we hear or when we say a life cycle, if atong ikuan sa atong kinabuhi, diba, life cycle, kisay maka-answer kung sa ang life cycle. Anyone? Any two? Ako. Okay, ako. Life cycle og sa kinabuhi pa na nagtuyok-tuyok ra or nagbalik-balik ra. For example, nikaunta, naniudto, nanihapon, human pagkabuntag, namahaw na punta, naniudto. Diba nagbalik-balik ra siya? Or murag ato ang utang, nangutang ta, nagloan ta, tas nakabayad ta, and then, muutang na punta, kaya na puntay utang. Like nga na ba, nagtuyok-tuyok ra siya. Pero sa business pa ni, ang life cycle analysis DI is a measures a product's lifelong impact on the environment. It gathers information on the effect of producing a particular product from cradle to the grave. It helps company determine which stage of the product life cycle from the extract of raw materials, design, manufacturing, distribution, and use to disposal. Thus, environmental impact occur. Diba? So, which means they kano sugod sa pagkuha sa raw materials, pag-design, pag-manufacture, human gi-distribute, sunod gigamit, human gi-disposa. For example, lata ng sardines. Diba? If kanang sa una manguha og mga lata kay ibaligya nga na, diba? Tas tagpila mag kilos ang tagpiso, diba? Apil ko ato nga nanguha og lata. So karon pa ko naka-think nga naka-help po ko sa environment ato. Then human gipalit, human gibaligya ato ang nipalit. Human gihatag na pud silang founder. Nga na, di man sa founder ihatag pud nila para ihimuon na pud sila i-manufacture na pud siya kanang may man raw materials, di ba? Dili sayang ang kanang ilahang gipanghimo pud nagamit ra pud siya. Nga na ba, life cycle nagtuyok-tuyok ra or nagbalik-balik ra possible. So very helpful pud kay ang life cycle analysis, di ba? Companies use this information to find ways to reduce harm and improve their products para makuan po ng mga waste diri sa environment. So, di ba? Very helpful kani siya nga strategies. Next is industrial ecology. Industrial. Nasa may industrial? Uy. Industrial it refers to businesses, factories related to producing goods using machine, large-scale operation. So, kaning industrial, mga dagko ni siya nga mga business bitaw. Mga dagko ni siya nga business. It designs factories and distribution system in the most resource efficient way. It analyzes how to save raw materials and reuse energy and other byproducts. For example na ani kay paper manufacturing. Kanang mga paper ba, mga papel kani like ngani yellow pad. Dako man ni siya nga machine kay kanang dako man ni siya nga manufacture. Dako ni siya nga kanang kumpanya kini. Like for example, paper manufacturing company collects leftover wood chips and scraps from furniture factories to produce recycled paper instead of cutting down new trees, which means kana bitang gagamaw kanang mga furniture like kanang mga bangko, mga kahoy like ngana. Kana sila ilang pangmuhaon mga leftover wood ba, kanang mga chips, scraps sa gikan sa mga furniture na factories para himo na silang paper o di ba dili masayang pa dili sila magkuha na pug og raw materials, magputo na po sila kahoy. Di po dingon na wad na taning paper kay very important kay ni siya sa atoang sa industry, di ba? So ngana na lang ang way nila para ma-reduce or kanang dili kay sila kas ug kanang magputol-putol pa sila og kahoy. So mo nang buot pa sa bot sa kuan kanang mga dagko nga mga kumpanya. Ano ba ilang gitipid mga large scale machine operation. Next is extended product responsibility. So extended product responsibility, diba? Very kuanam ni siya, very understandable na siya. First is this responsibility promotes the idea that companies should be responsible for the product they produce even after selling them. Diba? Dapat responsible gihapon sila ana nga product bisan na og kanang nahalin na or nabaligya na. That's for example, companies are expected to design their products in the most energy efficient way possible. Moreover, some companies employ a cradle-to-cradle approach where products can be disassembled when they are no longer useful and anyone can use their parts to create another product. Diba ka na mga naguba bitaw tas ilang i-assemble para makamake sila og new nga products. Let's for example smartphone company design phones that old or broken. Models can be taken apart and parts like batteries and screens can be used from the phones. Diba? This reduces electronic waste and saves resources. Diba? Makasave sila sa resources ani kay lusod ba kani pang taon or gamon. Kaya mga guba nga mga smartphone nilang ibaligya. Tas ang mga sulod na ka mga gamit man kaayo. Mao na ilahang gamiton so responsible ang kompanya ana. If ana sila ni palit like nga Banais kayo siya nga kanang strategy. Even after they're sold, they should design products to use less energy and be easier to recycle. Like na siya sayon responsibilidad sa kanang kumpanya ang kani. Like for example katong phone. So nakasabot na ba guys?
And the last one,
carbon neutrality. Carbon neutrality companies are encouraged to produce net zero emissions of greenhouse gases. Since almost all activities have earth-warming gases, companies can achieve net zero emissions by reducing their own, offsetting the remainder by reducing others. For example, some companies' activities that remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, such as tree planting. So this passage talks about two important ideas. First is designing products from recycling and reuse. Magama sila products nga recycle or reuse nila. Companies are encouraged to create products that can be recycled or used again. So, encourage yun ang companies nga magama sila og products nga can be recycled or magamit siya. So, this helps reduce waste and makes it easier to manage trust. So, maka-help, dako pa ini siya help sa ato ang environment. Next is carbon neutrality or net zero emissions. Almost everything we do releases gases that trap heat in the atmosphere. So, tanan natong gibuhat, nag-release siya o gases sa atong atmosphere, making the earth warmer. To stop this, companies aim for net zero emissions by para ma-stop ang kanang nga panghitabo, some of the companies aim for net zero emissions by reducing their own emissions. For example, using clean energy, producing less waste. Second is offsetting the remaining emissions. Example, supporting tree planting projects that absorb carbon dioxide from the air. So, kaning environmental management practices very helpful kaayong siya sa ato ang company or sa ato ang environment. So, mao to ang upat ka buok. First ato is life cycle analysis. Second is industrial ecology. Third is extended product responsibility. And lastly, carbon neutrality. So, kanitan very helpful sa atong company. So, we must follow or bisan og dili sa atong company or sa gawas sa atong company or sa atong balay atong recycled ang mga waste para dili kayo taog dako og kanang makasira sa atong atmosphere. So that's all. Thank you.
To conclude, environmental management is a crucial responsibility for businesses as they significantly impact the environment. By adopting sustainable policies and practices, businesses can contribute to a cleaner, healthier planet while meeting society's needs without compromising future generations' well-being. So that's the end of our discussion, and I hope you gain some knowledge and information about environmental management. Thank you for your attention.